Hello, my name is Sally Iverson. I'm a traditional Chinese medical practitioner and I'm based in the UK, making this video in August 2024. I'm particularly interested in something called the organ clock in Chinese medicine, traditional Chinese medicine. And it's also called the Oriental Day Clock. I've written a book on the subject, and I also run day retreats where people look at themselves in terms of how they spend their days energetically in relation to the organ clock. And you can find on my YouTube channel a lot of information about that, and indeed on YouTube as well. The Oriental Day Clock, just to say very briefly, is an ancient tool used to divide the 24-hour clock into phases of energy. So we would say that first thing in the morning, for example, the metal element is around and to the fore. And that would be to do with lungs and large intestine. You can hear that I'm a bit coffee this morning and it's lung time. So often the phlegm moves after the night and so on. And it can be likened to throwing the doors or windows open in the morning. Today, I'd like to explore the water element, which is present in the body and also around us because we're all part of the same mix. The water element, which governs the kidneys and the bladder in the body, and which is related to the season of winter. Perhaps we could say that it's a going down of our energy. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but the energy goes into the ground a little bit further in winter in order to restore and renew. On the day clock or organ clock, the time of the water is between 3 and 7. And here's what people said when we met together in one of our retreat days, and this is related to the time of water between 3 and 7. Here we go. I have less energy. I've got soup to make. I like cooking. Yes, I like cooking. But is it best to do it now? So as a person now inquiring about her energy, noticing that it's down and is making soup a suitable occupation for water time. So I realize I have less energy at this time, and yet I need to walk the dog. After the day retreat, I changed my schedule. The dog gets a long walk in the morning and a shorter one in the later afternoon. And this has freed my energy up. So this is the kind of thing that we look at. It's very subtle, tiny changes sometimes, whether you're in a workplace or at home, which increase your energy and your awareness to your own energy. Here we go. I didn't realize how tired I was. I never nap. From now on, I will. I notice that around 4:30 I get energy and often I can finish a task or lay plans for tomorrow. Another one, I slept during the day, which I never do, and wow, very much needed. When I lay down, I realized how tired I was. So once again, it's different for everybody, but broadly speaking, the time between 3 and 7, we need to perhaps pay attention to our kidneys and our water, the water of our body. If you like, we can liken it to a small hibernation, like in winter, animals will go to ground in order to restore, build fat, etc. And it's the same with us on a daily basis, that at some point during the day we need to restore. Now, maybe we're at work, maybe we're at home, we could lie down. Often on the inquiry days, we lie down together. That's what we do. So we rest the whole spine. But if we can't do that, then there are some things that we can do. So I'd like to do with you some internal Qigong around the kidneys to nourish our kidneys, and also then stand up and show you one movement for the water element. And I'll talk a bit more about that before we do it. So for now, I invite you to come home to your body, to really just feel the weight of your bones through your sitting bones down into the chair. Feel the breath moving your body. And turn your attention inwards and downwards to where your kidneys are. And it may be that you really know where the kidneys are in the body, and it may be you have a broad idea. Broadly speaking, they're around the waist area, mostly at the back. That will do. At the lower rib cage at the back will also be a good location for them. Turn your attention to that part of your body and inward as well. The kidney area. And maybe you know what the kidneys look like and maybe you don't. So they're fairly small, smaller than the fist of your hand. They are dark in colour, rich in nutrients. And they are like two little factories working away for you all the time, cleansing the fluids of your body of toxins. Deeply connected, as are all the organs with all the other organs. Hydrating you, making sure you have the right water balance in your body. Doing their very best to keep you healthy and well. So appreciation for the kidneys. And all the elements have colours and animals and seasons and emotions attached to them. And the water element, the colour is blue, dark blue. It's just an energetic vibration. It's a subtle energetic vibration, but give the kidneys some blue light, some dark blue light, as if you're shining blue light onto them as something you know they'll enjoy. A bit like you would water a plant, but this time with coloured water. And if you can sit for some minutes doing this, even if you're busy in your afternoons, then that would be really good for your kidneys, for your body, but also to connect you with what's going on with the world around you. Water element. Kind of restful, replenishing energy. And staying with that, just as I talk through before we stand up and do some kidney Qigong, that these days and this organ clock, as it's called in Chinese medicine, can also be used as a diagnostic tool for you. And so if you know that your kidneys aren't in the best of health at the moment, or if you get really, really tired around the time of 3 o'clock or 4 or 5, really tired, then could be your kidneys need a little bit of a tonic. And here's a very simple Qigong move called Iron Bridge, which is good for the kidneys. Standing easy and softly with the tailbone tucked down into the earth. Tuck the tailbone under and down, and the top of the head just floating or reaching towards the sky. No effort, or as little effort as possible throughout the body in the standing position. And then we soften the knees and we go down. And as if you have a vessel in your hands, you pick up beautiful, clear, clean water and you pull it up through the body. Let it be absorbed by the body as you go to the lower belly, and then move your hands around. So you touch the back of the waist, kidney area, then you do a little back bend, very slight. And then you sweep the hands up and you clap your palms together, and then you move your hands back down to the starting position. So I'll talk you through that one more time with some explanation. So here, when we bend the knees and fold forward, we're opening the bladder channel of the water element. We use our imagination to fill our hands up with beautiful water, a vessel. We imagine that the water element is going into the kidney channel, which is on the inside of the legs, through the reproductive organs, which are also of the water element, into the lower belly. We take our watery hands, if you like, back round to the kidney area, leaning back, massaging the kidneys, and then come forward again, sweep the hands up. We clap here because the ears and the brain are also of the water element. So we bring the energy right up through the body, this watery element, and then we go down to get some more. I'll show you 4 more rounds, or I'll do 4 more rounds in silence. Thank you for watching. Thank you for doing some Qigong with me.